Well, it's breakfast time for a lot of people, isn't it, Grayson? So listen what I discovered about making coffee with hot milk. Where's my milk? Okay. I discovered, I've got my 17-ounce mug here, that if I use, well, you don't have to use a good amount of milk, but it's nicer that way, that it actually creates a sort of a froth when you brew the coffee into it. Let's see. And that froth remains. In a way, it's like the crema of the coffee, but it stays there. It doesn't dissolve back in. It's just this creaminess that sits on top of the cup, and it's just really, really yummy. My pocket's stuffed with tissues here. Anyway, so I'm just heating this up for a minute. I'll see if that gets it hot. That's sort of a lot of milk there. But I'm going to make a cup of coffee into that this morning and show you, because I've tried it several times now. And, oh, let's see, I need a plastic spoon. I always need to remember that. So that, oh, look, I have a little plastic ladle. Golly, I never know. Oh, here, well, this one's still wrapped up. I think I've got one in the dishwasher, which is not empty because I ran it last night. Ah, yes. And it's, you know, I'm just getting it now. Okay, let's see, is this hot? Ooh, yeah, that's hot. Fogged up my glasses. Okay, so let me just, well, I guess I don't need that. See, I've got this little silicone thing that I turn things around here for you so you can see what I'm doing. It's one of those mornings where I really need a cup of coffee. Did you ever have dreams that you just felt so embroiled in that even when you woke up, it was, you know, sort of hard to shake the dream off? Well, anyway, so I've got this, which is this little silicone, little like a hot pad, jar opener thing. Golly, I still don't have that phone right. There we go. Okay, is this hot enough? Let me see. It's hot enough. Oh, golly, that tastes really good. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and make a coffee that's blended to have with milk, which is Bianco Forte. It is a 7.77 ounce, so it's almost 8 ounces. This is a 17-ounce mug. Okay. I've measured and I've seen that it is. The milk, I don't know how much milk I have in there, but, well, we'll see what happens, okay? Here, I'll turn this around so you can see into it better. Anyhow, so we'll see if in fact I get that nice foam. Here, I'll let you watch this. Now, if you don't like watching, well, you know what? This is not going to take more than probably 30 seconds. So practice holding your breath if you don't like this. See if you can hold your breath until the cup of coffee is made. Or do some counter push-aways, like push-ups with your counter. Or pick up something heavy wherever you are. Not too heavy, a bottle of water, a can of pumpkin or something, can of beans, and lift it. Up and down, help your biceps. Because this coffee is almost done. It's finishing up. One way I can tell is see how the stream of coffee is starting to get sort of colorless. So that means that it's exhausted most of the coffee stuff. Okay. Oh, alrighty. Okay, if I seem a little disorganized this morning, I am. Okay, so. I'll give it a good mix. Okay, so I want you to see something. How can I show you this? Hang on here. I'll get this together. Okay, there's at least one person actually watching this. So, oh, and they like it. Good. I was wondering if it was of some value. Okay. So we've got this nice creamy stuff on top. And see, it's got a real thickness to it. Almost like I used a frother or something to make it. Turn this up this way a little bit. Yeah. So, before I go ahead and spill it here, let me take a drink. Do have to be a little careful because it was hot coffee going into hot milk, right? I've got something special here. I do. I thought I did. Yes. Okay. It's backwards, isn't it? S'mores skinny syrup. Let me turn this around. There. Jordan skinny syrups. S'mores. I'm going to put some of this into my Bianco Forte from my Vertuo with coconut almond milk. Actually, this is going to cool it off just a little bit since it's at room temperature. Yeah, but look, I still have this creamy, this creamy froth on it. I'm gonna need to let this cool down just a little bit because, I've just started making the coffee. Now I put a little tiny bit more of this in. I've just started making the coffee with the hot milk, and you need to remember when you do that it's, you know, it's not getting cooled off from the milk. It's still hot coffee. Boy, this is really yummy. So Mary Jo says, Sylvia, your coffee making is like a science project. Well, you know, I guess it kind of is. I mean, that was my training, my major training, you know, biology major, and doing research and stuff. So, oh, good morning, Gary. So, yeah, I do tend to think that way. I tend to, very analytical. And the results of my experiment show, let me turn this over again, that when you make coffee in hot milk, it forms, it's just a thin layer, but a beautiful foam, a creamy foam. Oh, yummy. Just licking off the spoon. That really adds something nice to the coffee. And yes, I have a milk frother. I could froth the hot milk, but I don't want to have to wash something additional, you know? So, all right, you saw Grayson eating with the gadget I used to engage him mentally. And I'm gonna go out and see if I've got any flowers blooming. Drink some more coffee because this young fella, Grayson, do you want to go outside? I think you do. Yes. Oh, what a good boy. Okay, hang on. All right, I may end up experiencing this cup as iced coffee by the time we come back. All righty. I hope that you have a lovely day today, and that you find ways to make your life interesting, and that you also think about stuff, you know? If your life is not making you happy, try to think about, why is that? And what can you change? Usually it's your attitude or yourself, right? But give that thought a whirl. Okay. He wants to go. We better go. I'll talk to you later.